First, let's talk about the things you're going to need for this. 1, a box of matches, a good amount of rocks. Optional is some gasoline, although it is dry where I am, so I'm not going to be using gasoline today. But if you're in cold conditions and you have gasoline around, I advise using it because it's harder to ignite something without it. What you're also going to need is a rake and a spot for your campsite. Now, I've picked this dry spot right here. 1, because it is isolated from the leaves, and it will make a good campsite once I put the rocks around it, and it is plenty dry while still containing the fire. From here you can see I have a dry area, but with nothing that is flammable around it, and that means these leaves and all that. So now I'm going to take my rocks and I'm going to cover this dry area and pick a space how big I want the campfire. Now that I set up my rocks, I'm going to fill in any holes that I see with the extra rocks I have. This will prevent the fire from escaping through anything flammable. And that looks good right now. Now, this is a precautionary step that everybody should take no matter what. I'm going to take my water and I'm just going to pour it around the edge of the rocks. Now, what this is preventing is that any of the fire spreading outside the actual campfire and the rocks that I want to. Now, if the fire hits these wet rocks, it is highly unlikely it's going to spread anything farther than the rocks. Now, I'm going to use all of my water. And now you can see everything outside the rocks is wet, and it's going to prevent the campfire from spreading anywhere outside the rocks, although granted the inside here is dry enough. I'm also going to want to move anything that's flammable, such as wood or sticks like this, out of the way of the flames, so when the flame's coming up it might hit this. So I'm just going to step to this to the side, and this is fine right here, as like I said before, the fire will be fine. Now this is the fun part. This is the part where we take the leaves, as you can see there's plenty of leaves around me, into the fire pit. Now this is very flammable and catches on fire easily, so we won't have a problem with that. As you can see, I also added some wood from my supply over there into this. Now, some people think that when I ignite the fuse, which will be the leaves in this case, that the wood itself is going to catch on fire, but that's not true. It's just the wood that is maintaining a heatness that keeps the fire going. It took me a couple matches to get the fire going, but as you can see, it is nice and prompt now. Throughout the fire, I'm going to be helping the fire go, and I'm going to be taking the leaves, more leaves as so, and helping the fire spread. So, enjoy a good campfire on Treehouse Survival. I'll see you next time. In the meantime, enjoy this good old fire.